People ask Reddit. What was the greatest pleasure you ever felt? When they gave me morphine and several bags of fluid to flush out a kidney stone, the instant relief combined with the morphine euphoria, sweet baby Jesus. Edit, my highest upvoted Reddit ever. One sentence about dope and kidney stones, thanks for coming through for me, internet. Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm a recovering heroin addict, and heroin is still the best feeling I've ever felt. You could have told me that my family died in a car accident 30 seconds after I injected my head and I wouldn't have reacted or cared. That's why heroin is so fucking dangerous. It makes you not care about anything but getting your next hit. I absolutely will not miss the stress of getting my next fix though. I got to a point, eventually, where I feel better as just a regular, sober person who's not interested in getting his next fix, than a person who has to stress the fuck out about getting their dealer to respond and going through extremely painful withdrawals. Good to hear you're doing better. This random internet stranger is so proud of you. Thank you. I got a morphine shot into an 4 line. It was that moment that I understood why morphine was a controlled substance. I had never felt that level of chemical bliss since. This was around 15 years ago and I remember it like yesterday. Had a similar morphine experience after a motorcycle accident in 2013. They administered morphine through an 4 and one instantly loved everyone and everything. I can't remember ever feeling that good, didn't matter if asphalt was getting picked out of a wound in my foot. Absolute euphoria that I will never forget. Scary how effective that stuff is. I got an IV drip after a surgery and was still loopy after just waking up. When the doctor came and I asked how the surgery went. He said when he told me to count down from 20 to 1 I told him I'm so high, your eyes are far too large for your face by the way before passing out. After he told me this, I woozily responded to him wow I would have commit malpractice on that guy. And he jokingly said no, I understand my eyes are large. We are just taking you off the morphine drip early. And for the person retelling me this story I apparently started to loudly cry and begging him not to because when is the next time I'll get to do morphine? They had to give me cranberry juice to shut me the fuck up. Still send him emails sometime. Great guy. Waking up and realizing I no longer have to work anymore. After I got my first job, I would wake up early in a panic then think oh wait, all I have to do is go to work. No homework or studying. Just wake up, go to work, come home and enjoy. But now I'm like work again today. Sigh I like my work, but the fact that I have to do it is a bummer. Still I'm thankful for it. I graduated from university a decade ago and still occasionally get a sudden panic about homework. It's fleeting, and nearly immediate relief when I remember just like you said, but I don't think it's ever going away at this point. Waking up and realizing there's no work school today and going back to sleep. This one is kind of gross FYI, I got surgery to fix a broken nose so I could breathe better. This involved having my nose packed with packing, essentially tampons, for a few weeks. It wasn't the removal of the packing that was amazing, it was the first time I blew my nose shortly after. It felt like a half cup of mucus was pulled directly from my brain and there was a golf ball sized result in the tissue. The best feeling I ever experienced was directly after that where breathing through my nose was so incredibly easy I felt like a superhuman who conditioned in the Andes for months of something. I laughed with excitement. Yes I had the same thing, a septorhinoplasty. Having all that gauze packed up inside my sinuses for days and days. The guy gets me to hold a dish under my chin, starts pulling what seems like yards and yards of bloody gauze out of each nostril. Tears were streaming down my face, I did not care one bit, oh such a relief. Had the same procedure but they had me put on a big apron with sleeves on that same plastic-backed absorbent they use for the bib at the dentist. I looked at that thing and thought no good can come from this as I was putting it on. Surgeon yanked that packing out like he was trying to start a lawnmower and a flood on blood snot came rushing out of my nose. Both the worst and best feeling in the world from that. Best feeling was when the ENT took the mother of all tweezers and yanked out the biggest booger I've ever seen from somewhere behind my eyeballs. Huge crush on this lady I worked with. Same company, but different locations, but we would see each other once or twice a week when our duties overlapped. I got the vibe that she was interested in me as well, but I never acted on it. There was a retirement party at a local bar, and she mentioned that she was going to be there. I nursed 2 beers for 3 hours on the chance she would show up, because I didn't want to be hammered like our colleagues. She arrives at 11:30, walks straight over to where we are sitting, and puts her arm around my waist. Boom. Been together for 16 years. I have an extremely rare, maybe 100 in the US, genetic anomaly that makes susceptible to growing GI tract and other cancers. I just had my 45th surgery, my younger sister has it 70. It's not the anesthesia I enjoy, but the pre-anesthesia drugs they give you in the waiting bed, while under warmed up blankets. Hours of near bliss and conscious to enjoy it. Gotta look at the sunny side, right? 45 surgeries? Oh gosh, so with that once every few months? Most since I turned 33, but my first was at 6 years old. I'm 53 now, had 5 in the last 13 months including 1/3 of my left lung removed. I will probably get a kidney out this year. Standing by a raging bonfire after I fell into a mountain stream in the dead of winter. I read this fast and thought you said standing with a raging boner at a bonfire. I bet op is pissed they put a NSFW tag, and there's not a single boner mentioned in the entire thread, except this accidental misread of bonfire. What a coincidence, my greatest pleasure was standing in a MNT stream after I fell into a bonfire in the dead of summer. When school's cancelled for the day and you're half asleep and overhear your mother tell your sister not to wake you up because school's out. Used to leave a smile on my face before snuggling back into my covers. Damn, especially when it's raining or snowing that day. Not school related, but you said raining and I thought of yesterday. I walked my dog, went to the gym, showered, ran some errands, picked up some lunch and went home. Right when I was parking it started raining hard. I had that feeling of already getting a bunch done and nothing else to do the rest of the day. Then I got to relax and eat and listen to the rain. Perfect. My first poop after getting my appendix out. Didn't poop for 8 days and when I finally did it was fantastic. I still think about it and smile. Edit, thank you for the awards, kind strangers. I'll be reliving this great poop all day now. I was on opiates after my shoulder surgery and didn't shit for 3 days. After the head popped through like 2 to 3 feet of semi-liquid shit blasted out. I have never felt relief like that since. Laughing at it being described by length. One of those bathroom experiences where you walk out a changed person. As if the old you faded away and a new better you rose from the ashes. The world brighter, the air more crisp, and a levity that words fail to describe. Edit, thank you kind Redditor for the award. Of course this would be the comment that gets gold. Edit 2, thank you all for the replies and poop/Phoenix related replies. I now must wonder why this is my most upvoted thing on Reddit. I had a dream that I was a toaster. I woke with a feeling of anticipation. Then I made toast with pure concentration. Afterwards I was entirely fulfilled, having accomplished the ultimate purpose of my existence. You win. Nobody will ever understand this, but you do, you buddy. You make that toast. Getting my first paycheck after 4 years of just making enough and a year of COVID out of work and getting a job that pay more than I've ever had experienced. Having just something else than a negative number at the end of the month for maybe the first time in 5 years. Congrats. So glad for you. It's so demoralizing to work and feel dread and doom on payday. Poland, 2002. I'm strapped into a C-130 in full combat equipment preparing to jump as part of an airborne training operation with the 173rd Airborne Division. We took off out of Aviano Air Base in northern Italy. For whatever reason, my dumbass didn't pee at all that morning. Not when I got up. Not after PT. Not after breakfast. As I stood in the airfield after getting my harness and pack on awaiting a jump master to check me out before boarding, I realized I really had to go. Once a jump master looks you over and clears you to jump, you cannot touch your equipment. Not unless you want to get smoked for wasting their time. Once a jump master looks you over and clears you to jump, you cannot touch your equipment. Not unless you want to get smoked for wasting their time. The ride is 3-some odd hours. I now have to pee so bad I feel like my eyes are turning yellow. I have heard stories of guys just pissing themselves on long flights. Not sure if you all have seen the inside of a C-130 full of airborne troopers, but we are packed the hell in there like sardines. I can't move. I refuse to piss myself. I am a grown-ass man, damn it. The flight is excruciating. Let me just say that on every jump I have made prior to this one I get the jitters. Normal jitters. The kind you get because your brain has told you how illogical it is to be jumping out of an airplane. I have none of that now. Just a single focus, get the fuck off this bird by any means necessary. The doors open as we near the drop zone. I stand up and hook up and I am literally crossing my damn legs to keep from pissing myself. Because my reserve chute and rucksack are tied onto the front of me covering my legs, I can't get at my dick, but I promise you all if I could have, I would have been squeezing it like a 3-year-old to keep from pissing my pants. The green light goes on. I literally begin shoving the guy in front of me to get out the door. No fear. No thought to checking my line, looking at the drop zone before I jump, or even looking to see what the weather is doing. I am in the air. My chute opens and I pull my release that allows my rucksack to fall free of my body without even looking if a fellow trooper is below me. As I approach the ground, I am mid-air fumbling with my BDU pants button to get my dick out before I even make contact with the ground. I hit the deck and, instead of releasing the catch on my chute that would release it and let it collapse, I roll sideways and start to go. Y'all, it felt so good to piss. It was like an ongoing orgasm that lasted for a full minute. It felt so good, in fact, that I don't immediately notice I am being dragged across the ground by my chute like a traveling golden shower show. I am literally being pulled through a field in Poland, passing fellow soldiers, pissing sideways as I move. I barely register my squad laughing their asses off at the image of me with my dick out leaving a stream of piss on the ground as my chute propels me through the field. I am now 41, and to this day it was the most pleasure/relief I have ever felt. Even getting made fun of by my unit for it for the next few months did nothing to put a dent in how good it felt. I had to try so hard to stifle my laughter in my cubicle just now. Pretty sure people thought I was choking on my lunch or something. Traveling golden shower show. Thank you for listening to another B-Town Reddit Stories episode. Hit the subscribe button and check out our channel for more stories. Let us know your opinion about this topic in the comments.